I really wanted to do a lot of talk on fitness in this episode because we both are fitness professionals. And I think, I mean, I could get shit for this, but this is my personal opinion. Hi guys, what's up? It's Katie Austin here and welcome back to Austin AF. I don't know why, but I feel like I have not said that during this entire season yet. I feel like I've just sat here with my guest. I haven't done an intro yet, so it feels good to say that again. Welcome back to your favorite show, your favorite podcast, wherever you are. If you're on a walk, if you're doing your workout, if you're cleaning the kitchen, whatever you're doing, if you're just listening to me while you're working, thank you for joining me. Welcome to season 2. If this is your first episode with me, I'm Katie Austin, and today I have Ilya Fedorovich coming into the Austin AF studio. I hope I'm pronouncing his last name right. But Ilya Fedi, basically he is a content creator. He has co-founded a bunch of different companies. He has his own podcast, and he is a fitness professional that I want to sit down with and really discuss different fitness trends with him and discuss how to get motivated and really just have an open conversation from a male and female perspective in the fitness industry, because I do for some reason think a male and female perspective is a little bit different sometimes. So we're going to bring him in and see how it goes. And then I also wanted to introduce to you guys his product that he just created. It's zilafitness.com, and basically it's a bunch of supplements, a pre-workout. You got plant-based protein powder and apple cider vinegar capsules as well. So at the same time, we're going to welcome in Ilya and make sure to check out Zila Fitness. Okay, you have your own podcast though. And Ilya was just saying right before we started that this was legit, my crew in here, but you have your own damn podcast.
Yeah, you guys have 6 people in here. It's just Joe and I. Joe's running around me trying to get the camera on. Yeah.
So wait, you pressed record on your own camera and then run around the front?
Yeah.
Good for you.
I know.
You don't want to hire someone?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Should we? Well, I'm down.
Okay. This is a great place to start because I am blown away by everything that you do. And if you guys don't already know this, basically, Ilya is an amazing content creator, but not only that, you run so many different companies. You just started your own company called Zila.
Yes.
I'm pronouncing it correct?
Zila, yeah.
Okay, and it's supplements, it's protein powder, and it's sold out at the moment. I just feel like you do so much, and you have your own podcast that you say you literally do yourself. So how the hell do you do it all?
Well, with the podcast, luckily Joe is kind of the back end, editing, turning the cameras on guy, you know. But with the other stuff, I have no idea. I don't know. I just I love to do it so much that when I'm working, it doesn't feel like work. I know it's cheesy to say, but with fitness or anything else that I do with my job, I do it so much and I get everything done. I get all my tasks done within the day and I don't even realize it because it's just it's not work.
Right.
You know?
You love it so much. You're passionate about it.
Yeah.
So I want to know what a day in a life is like in your world. What time do you work out? What time do you eat?
So I get up. I usually train with somebody in the morning and I'm up at 7. I mean, today I was at the gym at 6.
Okay, so you usually say, sorry, let's back up. You usually say you train with someone.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that?
So I'm training someone, I'm sorry.
Oh.
So I have you seen the documentary I released with my buddy, John?
Documentary,
So we have a documentary on YouTube. It's called Changing My Best Friend's Life. And basically, I took my best friend that moved out here from Chicago through a 6-month transformation. And it was, he lost 50 pounds from about 220 or 215 to 165.
Wow.
And I documented the whole thing and whatever.
Incredible.
So it's on YouTube. And I'm doing the same thing with my other buddy, Heath, right now. You know,
no
Heath.
way.
Yeah, so we've been training for almost 3 months. And
is this public knowledge?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And he's almost done with his transformation, and he looks absolutely incredible. Can I swear in here?
It's Austin AF. Yes,
okay.
yes.
Okay,
as fuck.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, he looks incredible.
Oh my
And so that's why I
gosh.
say I train with someone, because I'm training with someone that I'm documenting. The journey.
So when you are training someone, we'll get back to your day, but when you're training someone, are you also training yourself, or do you have to work out on top of that?
So I am training myself at the same time. That's what's kind of cool is I'm doing my own workout, and then I'm kind of guiding that person through what I do.
Okay, and how do you record that? Do you just set the camera up, or do you record every workout?
So it's a cool mix. It's a mix between moments where I find are funny or cool. I just whip my camera out on my phone, and I just record it that way. And it's it's shots that are set up on other days where like we'll go to like the beach and I'll have like a professional crew like filming
Nice.
like the beach and the sunset or whatever. So it's like a mix between like, you know, actual documentary feel and just kind of like vlog, like shaky camera
That's really
style.
cool. It's like a combination of both to make it
Yeah.
feel real at the same time. I also love the fact that you said working out with someone else too. Even if you're training them, I feel like it's so motivating to have that accountability partner always.
Totally.
Sometimes when you are especially just starting your fitness journey, it is so much easier to have that person help you along the way.
Yeah.
I mean, that is literally why people also hire personal trainers. But even if it's your friend, you know, someone to make you feel comfortable when you do it and have fun. It's like a bonding moment.
It's totally a bonding moment. Yeah, I worked out for the first time alone in like probably 4 or 5 months the other day because
Wow.
Heath was out of town. And I was like, man, this fucking sucks. Like, it's so weird. When you get used to working out with somebody, yeah, like you said, it's like the accountability thing is so huge, you know, because
Wow.
like you're gonna subconsciously push the other person, you know?
100%.
Yeah.
Okay, back to your day. You work out with Heath.
Work out with Heath, you know, shower, whatever, get done around 9, 10 o'clock. I'm back at the house and I'm either in a meeting or I'm checking emails or I'm driving somewhere. And then, you know, it's a mix between meetings and like just kind of figuring stuff out throughout the day, I guess, between like all of the stuff that I have until about, you know, 7, 8 o'clock. And then 7, 8 o'clock, I hopefully by 7 or 8, maybe even 9 sometimes, I like unwind for like, I don't know, 30 minutes, an hour. I eat and I go to bed. And
Dang.
Then,
so you're grinding every single day. I would say when you were explaining that, and because you have so many different companies and you have so many different like things that you're involved in and you're filming, you have to remember to vlog and create content. Like my biggest thing that I struggle with is switching my focus. And that takes so much mental exhaustion from me because for me, I love to do like recording days. So like I did like, you know, 2 podcast day and then I will do like a Snapchat. And that helps with my brain because I'm like, okay, today's podcast day, today's personality day, tomorrow email day. Do you have like a differentiator on how you focus between what you're working on at that moment or day?
Yeah, that's an interesting question. I've actually thought of that before, and like I have no idea how to answer that because, like, honestly, I just do it. Yeah, I don't know if I like fucking like chaos or whatever because, like, whenever I do have all these things going on, it is super chaotic, and I don't know. I just figure it out. I just like having the pressure. It like keeps you on your toes. It's weird.
You like having the pressure.
Yeah, it's super weird. Yeah.
I feel like some people are like that though. Like I think my sister is one of those people who like thrives under pressure and it's a blessing and a curse.
Totally.
Because it's very high anxiety. Like do you struggle from anxiety at all or?
I wouldn't say anxiety. It's like it definitely is a struggle, like being in that mindset, you know, of like wanting the pressure, almost like borderline procrastination. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that's actually a good point because for someone like me, that lifestyle wouldn't work.
Right.
Because I do struggle from mild anxiety. And for me, living like that of like not, you know, I'll do this hour, this, not exactly very organized. Like my sister can do it because she doesn't have as much like anxiety, I would say. She kind of just can roll with the punches a little bit easier.
Right.
Would you say it's like you're just a very chill guy, like go with the flow?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, like I was saying before we started the podcast, it's like, it's whatever works for you.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And like, that's what happens to work for me. And, you know, you have your own way of doing it. It's like, as long as you figure out your way to, you know, have you progress and move forward, then that's all that matters.
All right, you guys. So on the same topic of making fitness and food accessible and realistic, so it's something that you guys stick to. Something that has really helped me, especially I started doing this in 2020, is using Thrive Market. And why I love Thrive Market so much is because basically you guys can order what you guys want online, delivered straight to your house at an affordable price. And it's also things that you could get that you wouldn't normally find at your grocery store. I don't know about you guys, but for me, at my local grocery store, sometimes they don't have everything that I need to be my healthiest self, like all the specific brands of almond flour and all the specific supplements. They have them all on Thrive Market. Plus, you can actually filter your search on Thrive Market to help you pick out foods that match your lifestyle. So if you guys are looking for foods with low sugar, if you guys are looking for keto friendly, for gluten free, zero waste, and basically you can search the 90 plus options and filter out for you and your goals, which is so amazing. So basically what I love to get from Thrive Market is all my healthy pantry essentials and sustainable meat, seafood, non-toxic cleaning beauty products. They have all of that. What I love most is these pantry staples though. Like I said, like the almond flour and like the agave syrup and all that stuff is like what I really love to get from Thrive Market, because sometimes I forget to get the staples at the grocery store. Plus, I wanted to add that Thrive Market is an online membership-based market. Basically, you will be joining a community of 1 million plus members and also sponsoring a family in need. So with their fast and free carbon neutral shipping, you are also bettering our planet. So make sure to check out Thrive Market if you have not already heard about it. It is just making your life easier, and it is delivered straight to your doorstep, and you have a monthly membership to it. So you always remember to get your healthy goods from Thrive Market at an affordable price as well. And if you guys join Thrive Market today, you guys can get actually 40% off your first order and a free gift worth over $50. That's crazy. 40% off your first order and a free gift worth over $50. And so guys, just go to thrivemarket.com/AustinAF to get this deal. Once again, that is thrivemarket.com/AustinAF to get that 40% off your first order and that free gift worth over 50%. I love free stuff. Free stuff just like makes my life. I don't know about you guys. So make sure to check it out. I love you guys, and make sure to check out Thrive Market. Thank you for that transition. Let's actually transition that straight into fitness of what works for you might not work for someone else and vice versa.
Okay.
So I really wanted to do a lot of talk on fitness in this episode because we both are fitness professionals, and I think, I mean, I could get shit for this, but this is my personal opinion. How a man works out is different than how a girl works out sometimes. Because sometimes what I can put in my body will not be exactly what you need. Meaning, I see how my boyfriend eats, and he can eat 5 times more than me. He can lift 5 times more than me. And we need our bodies, and this is speaking personally, need different workouts. So exactly what you said. I just wanted to talk to you and bring, a male counterpart and have a little fitness talk, because I think, not only are people trying to feel their best selves always, but summer's coming up and there's a lot to discuss right now.
Yeah.
A lot to discuss. So first up, I just want to ask you how you really started on, I hate the word fitness journey, but how you really started on your fitness journey, and like what really inspired you to start working out?
I think what inspired me was my dad a long time ago. He would bring me into the gym probably starting at age 12, 13. And I was always pretty athletic, and I recognize that I can grow muscle and get lean pretty quick. So ever since then, like on and off, I've been working out in the gym or like doing a sport of some sort. And I've learned that I'm not the best at sports, and I'm I'm much better at like battling with myself, like competing with myself. And so the best place to compete with yourself is at the gym,
Totally.
So that's why I do it.
So you would say every time you train, you're competing with yourself.
100%, yeah.
See, I'm going to counterpart you here.
Okay.
Because that's why the opposite of why I work out.
Okay.
I never want to compete with myself, because for me, I was an athlete my entire life, right? And I was always in competition.
Right.
I was like, I struggled a lot with my mental health because I was always in competition. Am I going to start? Am I going to, what college am I going to go to? It was always competing. And I work out to not compete with myself. And I know that could be counterintuitive or whatever the frickin' word is, because basically then you're not setting goals. Yes, I'm setting goals and I'm making sure I'm challenging myself. But competing, that word doesn't, it doesn't sit right in my brain for some reason. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, so what's your purpose of going to the gym?
My purpose is feeling more confident, feeling more energetic. Like this morning, I was procrastinating it. I literally woke up at 6 and I was like, I'm going to work out at 7 and whatever. And I literally procrastinated till 9. And I was like, what the hell am I doing? And as soon as I started, I felt so much better. I was so happy. I didn't start my morning off like super confident. I'm not going to lie. I was like, damn, today's gonna suck, whatever, like just going about my day. And then all of a sudden I work out, I'm like, I am so excited for my day. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, let me call her, blah, blah, blah. And I like was so energetic and productive and I felt more confident. And I was like, wow, I look really pretty today. And I swear that's because I worked out.
Totally. No, and I get that. I think for me, it's more like why I say compete is because I like to see progression in anything
Right.
that I do. And so progression in the weight room is higher reps, higher weight, whatever. I know it sounds kind of like stupid and like
No, it doesn't sound
whatever,
stupid.
but yeah, that's the reason I do this. Like I want to see like whatever I'm doing move up or get better.
Well, that's the whole thing why fitness can be so addicting in the first place is because of that progression. Once you start seeing results, it's
addicting.
It's addicting.
Yeah.
Right? I actually, I went through first up, I went through ups and downs of like my fitness journey, just because finding what's right and what works for you and your body is so hard. Did you ever have those instances where you basically like were like, I hate what I'm doing and like try new things in the fitness industry and like try new types of workouts that it took you a while? Still.
Yeah,
Okay,
totally.
interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be like, man, I fucking hate this thing, man.
Yeah.
Like I hate this specific workout. Why am I still doing it? And like I'll switch to something else and I love it. And then sometimes I even go back. So it's constantly switching. I think like when you're working out, especially for long periods of time, you can't be stagnant, right? Or else you're just gonna bore yourself to death. So
yeah. I would have to say, if you think that your workout, you don't like it, right? When is the point where you're competing with yourself, or when is the point where you give up because it's out of your comfort zone? Like for me, for example, right? I don't fuck with Barry's boot camp.
Okay.
Because, sorry, if does that offend anyone here?
No,
Okay,
I mean,
cool.
I'm an investor, but it's not a big deal.
Oh shit, no. Let me say something else. I don't invest in. Are you kidding? Woo, I got hot and sweaty. I was like, I'm just kidding. I love it. No, but I don't invest. I don't love classes like that because.
What is Barry's boot camp? I've actually
Okay,
never
so
been.
Basically, it's like a lot of running on treadmills and then like heavy lifting and dark room, people screaming at you. You're so close to someone else.
Okay, hence boot camp.
A boot camp,
Got
right?
it. Okay.
I don't love those types of workouts because it triggers my past athletic experiences of being yelled at and not working out because I enjoy it. I want to work out to enjoy it, right?
Okay.
And I say triggers, and I mean that word. I got a little hate when I say triggers, and you're like, that's a really, really deep, dark word. And I'm like, I mean it. I have really bad trauma with my past athletic history. And so basically, what becomes the point where I'm going to Barry's boot camps to compete myself, or just drop it because I don't like it and it's out of my comfort zone?
Well, I think you should drop Barry's boot camp if that's how you feel about it. But I definitely don't think you should drop fitness like altogether.
Of
like
course
at
not,
that
yeah.
point, you find something that again you are happy with, and that, like you said, you enjoy.
Totally.
There's literally hundreds of ways to do it. You know what I mean?
So many ways.
So many ways. People think like going to the gym is like the only way. It's like you can go on a hike, go on a run. I mean, literally just fucking walk. Like
100%. And
like,
walking is so underrated.
Yeah.
I will also say, like, you might see this differently. Actually, we could have a conversation about this. I don't think to work out, you don't have to sweat every day. And I also don't think you have to work out for over 30 minutes. What are your thoughts?
So personally, the sweating part, I've done it where I go to the gym and I just lift and I don't do any cardio and I don't sweat and I feel horrible.
Yeah, like you need to get the toxins out.
I need to like like it feels like if like I'm like refurbished.
Right.
You know what I mean? After
Totally.
I leave the gym. 30 minutes, totally agree with. I don't think you need more than 30 minutes a day.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Guys and girls, I swear to you, 30 minutes can change everything. And I think that's like a huge part of, being intimidated with your workouts is like you can look at, an hour-long workout class and it'd be such a hard workout class. You don't necessarily need to strain your body like that.
Honestly, even 15 minutes.
15?
Like, I know that's pushing it, but like a 15-minute HIIT workout every day, 6 days a week, you know what I mean? Like that'll get you somewhere.
I couldn't agree more. And I think a lot of people are shocked by that for some reason.
Yeah.
Because, if you do a 15-minute HIIT workout, and I would suggest personally to do it right when you wake up in the morning before you've eaten anything, just because it revs up your metabolism. If you're going to do only a 15-minute workout, you can do it with like less food and fuel in your body, in my opinion. Like if you're going to go to an hour-long workout class, highly suggest eating something. But like 15 minutes, you can get through. It's not intimidating. It revs up your metabolism for the rest of the day. If you were to say a time of day when to work out, what would you say?
I would say in the morning, and the reason
I'd
I
love
would
to hear.
say the reason I'd say in the morning is because it's like it like starts you. You know what I mean? Like it starts your body, and when you
Right.
leave the gym, you're like, I'm fucking ready. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, so yeah, and at night it's just like, in my opinion, you have less energy at night. Not during midday, because actually you have more energy midday, I think. But at night, you go and you're just kind of like lower energy, and once you're done, you need to go to bed. You can't really go to bed because now your fucking body's hyped up on all those like
Oh, that's the
whatever,
worst.
you know?
Did you ever
Yeah.
play like pickup basketball or anything or
Hmm.
anything at night? So I used to play like I used to play pickup. No, I used to shoot hoops at night, and do it at like 8 or 9 p.m. I could never go to bed.
Yeah, because
Never
you're
go to
on like a
bed.
runner's high. You
Yeah.
know, you're like, fuck, man. Like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to fall asleep now.
100% agree. And
Yeah.
also, I just feel like whenever I wait past 5 p.m. to work out, I'll never do it.
Yeah,
My
that's yeah.
procrastination, my want, I'm like, I'll do it tomorrow. It won't happen. And even for someone like me, I'm not motivated to work out every day.
Right.
Are you?
Actually, I've been doing this thing where I work out every day, and I'm on a 60-day streak, and I'm gonna try it for 365 days in
Okay,
a row.
let's chat about that. What about rest days?
Um, I think you can take a rest day if you want. I don't think that the human body necessarily needs it, as long
Mm.
as you're giving your muscles at least 1 day rest in between, right? So, like, let's say you do biceps on Monday,
Okay,
you can't do biceps on Tuesday again, right? You got to
got it.
do it at least on Wednesday, if not Thursday. So, if you're giving adequate rest to your muscles, then you can go hard every day because you're working out different muscle groups and getting
Interesting.
proper sleep. That's so fucking important.
So
It's like,
important.
it's
It's like
honestly,
the most
I'm like
important.
addicted now to getting 8 hours. It is fucking insane.
And if I
I'm like, if
don't,
I'm not at 8 hours, bro,
yeah,
I'm having a shit day tomorrow.
it's all of a sudden. Are you 25? Yeah,
I'm 26.
26.
Yeah.
Okay, so all of a sudden when you get to your mid 20s,
Yes.
sleep changes. It's
Totally.
like when I'm 21, I actually could go
I'm
2
like,
hours of sleep a
yes.
night and get on a plane,
Yeah.
work out when I got there, go out to a club, work out the next morning. What the hell?
Well, yeah,
Nowadays,
no,
if
no.
I don't get 8 hours, sometimes like 9 hours, I'm not the same person.
Yeah, because it's like when you're going hard at the gym, it's not only about rest, it's also about recovery, right? Like
Right.
your body needs to recover from whatever you've done to it the previous day. And if you're not getting the 8 hours, it's just not happening. You're not growing your muscle, you're not recovering. Yeah,
So
so
sleep is very, very
so
important.
important.
And also that's something like people kind of tend to forget about is if you don't get that proper night's sleep, like if you are on a weight loss journey, it's really, really important. Your stress levels are really important, your anxiety levels, and making sure you're like mentally okay as well when you're going through your fitness journey.
Yeah. Also, I've read case studies where, like, if you're not getting your proper sleep, you're more likely to eat unhealthy and like and kind of like stress eat almost because you haven't had enough sleep and you're kind of stressed out and like whatever, your fucking anxiety levels are high and you're like, fuck it, I'll have a cheat meal, you know?
Wait, that's funny you said that because that's how I feel. It's also like when
Yeah.
you go out, when you like have a late night out, like the next day, I mean, also I'm hungover, but like I had that happen to me this weekend where I literally went to bed at 4 a.m. and the next day just ate like trash because I was like, I'm exhausted. I'm just like
Oh,
sitting
yeah,
on the
fuck
couch.
it. Like, I'm not going to the gym,
Yeah.
obviously. I might as well just,
Might as well eat bad.
Yeah, yeah.
Might as well just trash the entire day, not just, one meal. But I also wanted to say something huge about sleep. I don't know if you've ever heard this before, but basically when you go to sleep at the exact same time every night and you wake up at the same time is really important for your routine and your
Yep.
sleep schedule. So like besides the weekends, usually, maybe like one night, 2 nights a week, I will switch this up. But basically, like I go to bed every night at 10 p.m. and I wake up every day at like 6 a.m., right?
Mhm.
So it's like the same exact schedule every day is really important.
And yeah, agreed. And honestly, what's the key to that is those 2 nights, the Saturday and Sunday. Like people say you should even on weekends be waking up around the same time, which is so fucking hard. But like
Really hard.
it's so hard because like you have to have a life, you know what I mean? Like on top of what you do.
Yeah.
And it's like it's fucked, but it's true. Like it's so much easier to be in that routine if you're doing it 7 days a week.
Right. I mean, weekends are one thing that I will say usually have thrown me off from my fitness journey. If I am ever trying to, just tone up a little bit or get a little bit more snatched than I usually am, you know what I mean? I would say weekends are my toughest.
How do you feel about cheat days and or cheat meals? This is like
I don't believe in cheat meals. Days, I believe in cheat meals. Like days, I don't do that.
okay, because I go so fucking hard on cheat days that I actually feel sick. Like, and it's not good.
Yeah,
it's not good.
It's not good. I don't believe in the term even like cheat meals. Like for
like
me, it's just
reward,
like
right?
in moderation. Yeah, and like to me, meals shouldn't be seen as reward. If you feel like it, you should freaking have it. And I truly do believe that. That's how I live my life, and it's in moderation. And literally last night, for example, perfect freaking example. Okay, last night I wanted to make a cauliflower rice bowl with chicken and zucchini. So I made it, right? And my entire time in my head, I was like, I just want pasta, I just want pasta, I just want pasta. But I'm eating cauliflower rice. I'm like, I'm stuffing my face. I'm like, I fucking hate this.
Yeah.
2 hours later, 8:30 hits, I still need the pasta. So what I do, I make pasta. So I had 2 dinners. So I'm saying, like, if you feel like you need something, you go out and eat it because it's just going to backfire. There are ways to healthify it, though. Like, instead of regular pasta, I had chickpea pasta. So at least I'm doing something to get a little bit more nutrients in my body. But at the same time, like, I can't ignore those cravings. All right, you guys, this ad read, I feel like, is not even an ad read. And it actually comes at a very weird time because this weekend, I literally just gave someone I know a ritual prenatal vitamin because they are trying to get pregnant right now. And I'm not going to say who, but I literally just did over the weekend and I renewed my ritual. So it is like the weirdest timing that is my ad read today because it is something that I really, really believe in, and the essential vitamin is so important for us women. I will actually read you a few stats on why because I think it's very interesting to go over the analytics and their research that they did here as well. Because over 97% of women ages 19 through 50 are not getting enough vitamin D from their diet, and 95% of them are actually not getting their recommended daily intake of omega-3s. I know for a fact I am not getting my daily intake of omega-3s because I don't eat seafood. I don't know if I've literally even ever said that like publicly to you guys because I always try to pretend that I love salmon and seafood, but honestly, I don't eat fish. And so if you guys are like me, you don't eat seafood or you're not getting the correct amount of nutrients from the food that you are eating, you need a ritual essential daily vitamin. It's also so amazing that they did this research because basically 97% of women, that is a lot of women out there who are not getting that amount of nutrients that they need into their bodies. And it's just one pill from Ritual, which makes it really easy to put into your habit and make it your ritual. No pun intended. They actually also did a university-led clinical trial to prove the impact of essential, which is essential is the vitamin for women 18 and up. And the results were that the Essential for Women 18 and Up multivitamin was shown to increase vitamin D levels by 43% and the omega-3s DHA levels by 41% in just 12 weeks. That's really crazy. 43% is almost by 50 freaking percent in just 12 weeks. So I will say this, it will take a few months to get accommodated to Ritual. So make sure you're still taking them. And that's why they actually have a subscription. So you guys can actually just keep refilling and Ritual can send it straight to your doorstep. And right now, Ritual is actually offering all the Austin AF listeners 10% off your first 3 months, which I highly suggest because you do need those 3 months to get accommodated, like I said. Visit ritual.com/AustinAF and turn healthy habits into a ritual. Again, that is 10% off at ritual.com/AustinAF and get on the Ritual train because I think me and 90% of girls that I know are already on it and it is amazing for us and our health. So make sure to check it out.
That's so interesting. It's such a constant like mental battle for me because like if I have a little bit, just like a tiny bit, I'm just like I let loose so fucking hard and it's so bad.
Right.
But I've gone days where I'm on my diet, like on my shit. I'm not joking. Like not a bite of an Oreo, not fucking nothing. Just like pure like diet for like a solid 30 days in a row.
That's really hard. I will say we had Drew Hanlon on the show. I don't know if you heard of him, but he basically goes months without ever eating sugar, sweet, or anything
Mm-hmm.
because he believes, and he doesn't drink alcohol because he believes that 1% is harder than like 99% is harder than 100%, meaning like you have to go all in. And if you're not all in,
Yes.
then it is so much harder to just like have that Oreo because guess what? If you do that, you're going to do something else and it's going to lead to something else. So he's like, I'm just cutting out alcohol completely in my entire life because I'm going 100%.
Yeah, it's either that's what it is for me. Like it's either everything or it's nothing, and it's kind of fucked to live that way. But like,
Yeah.
but that's the only way that I can function. I don't know what it is. I can't do the moderation thing, and like I said, it goes back to like whatever works for you. But like I don't know
Yes.
why. I don't know why I can't do the moderation. I don't know why I can't just be a regular human and just be like I can have a little bit now. It's okay. Fucking get back on track. It's like I can't have anything or I'm having everything.
Right.
You know?
And I'm polar opposite than that. So honestly, it goes exactly what we're saying.
Yeah.
Like you just have to find what works for you.
Yeah.
Because I ever find myself restricting, I just go. Not like I just go pizza, pasta, everything. Like, I can't restrict myself because I have to let myself, or I have to at least have the mindset that I can eat it and it's not bad for me because if I have a mindset where, I can't have that, all I think about is that.
It's so crazy how it's such a mental like game 24/7. You know what I mean? Like when you're in the health industry and like you're a fitness guru or like, whatever. It's like it's a constant battle with yourself. I don't even know. It's like
Yeah. To say that, I would say and ask you if you've ever struggled with like, because you're a fitness professional, I struggle with this all the time. And it's like something that I like probably should go to therapy for. Basically, people look at me for my body, right?
yeah.
And they're like, oh, she looks fit. What happens if I gain 20 pounds just because I want to, I that's just who I am. What
Yeah.
happens if my weight fluctuates? Are people going to view me the same? And so I struggle with being this like fitness figure, but I like really love alcohol. I really love bad food. What happens if my weight fluctuates?
In my opinion, I think that you and I both have responsibilities, right, to our crowd of people that look up to us. And I think it'd be irresponsible, at least at our current point in our lives, to do that, right? Like, I get what you're saying, totally. I think that shit all the time. But like my body and like my goals and my fitness journey and same with yours, like they're they're kind of like they're what people want to reach.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, that's what I struggle with, right? I struggle, it's like, oh, well, Katie's the inspiration of fitness. And because I inspire other people, like, oh, I need to work out today because shit, everyone out there is doing my workout video. All the girls who follow me is doing my workout video and I'm sitting on the damn couch.
Right.
Like, get the hell up. And so sometimes I struggle with this, like, what's it called? Like imposter syndrome?
Yes. Yeah. I actually don't know, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but yes. Do you ever struggle with that or no? Because you really...
Yeah, I mean, this morning I was running and I was like, man, I have to keep doing this. I don't have an option because like my body is my product, right? My body's my product. And also like people look up to me. So if I'm not doing what I tell people to do,
Totally.
then it's like I'm like a fucking fool. Like I'm an imposter, like you said, you know what I mean?
Right,
Like I'm
it's
lying. And like I'm lying to myself then. Like it just makes me feel like shit. So
I know. It's not a fun battle, that's for sure.
No, it's not, but
yeah.
Again, it's like it's just the responsibility I feel like we have, you know?
Right. And I feel like a lot of the times as a fitness trainer, people are like, how do you get motivated every day? How do you stay motivated? And to be honest, I don't. I'm going to say that right now. And I just like to switch the word motivation to just like making it your habit. And like, you just have to be persistent because you're not going to wake up with motivation every single day.
Totally.
And I think something that also people should know, I don't know about you, but like what I do health and fitness wise is like extremely realistic for the everyday girl. So it is attainable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like what we're doing isn't that far out of someone's everyday lifestyle reach. Would you agree?
Totally.
Right.
Yeah, it's something crazy that someone's not going to be able to do. Like maybe for the first couple of tries, you're going to be like, fuck, this is weird, but
yeah,
you're going to get it. Anyone can get it.
Would you have any overall advice for someone just starting off their fitness journey or to get motivated? Like what if someone's listening to this right now is like, how the hell do I get motivated?
That's a good question. It's so different for everybody.
Yeah.
It's so different for everybody. Like motivation, it could be, it's two terms, intrinsic, right? Or extrinsic, or it's like, basically it's
Right.
internal, it's
Yeah.
external.
Absolutely.
So you either have to want it yourself with inside you, or you have to have some sort of external motivation to push you. I don't know. That's a really tough.
No, it's tough.
It's a tough question
And
because,
I
like,
think it's tough because the word motivation's tough.
right.
Because every single person has a different motive. And to me, the word motivation, like we hear so many motivational speakers, there's people that should like motivate you to work out, but it's like you yourself have to want it. It
100%.
can't like come from a motivational speaker or us two sitting here being like, you should work out. But at the same time, like there has to be that spark in you.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. I don't think anything that I say or you say is gonna like necessarily spring someone up from their couch and like have them,
Exactly.
you know what I mean? Like, and have them be consistent. And yeah, so I think that, like you said, internally you have to want it first,
Totally.
you know, and then on top of that, we supplement you with like what you need to do to get there.
Absolutely. And I also think there's like a bad, a bad perspective of the fitness industry right now, which I think is totally, totally, totally fair. I grew up in I don't know if you knew this, I grew up in the fitness industry. So basically my mom had her own TV show for 26 years. She's like,
What's it called?
Getting Fit with Denise Austin. Have you ever heard of Denise Austin? I don't know, it's my mom. So basically she was in women's fitness though. She was on ESPN and Lifetime. So basically I grew up in the fitness industry. I've seen a lot of fucked up shit. I've seen a lot of, fads, diets come through. But one thing that's like stuck is working out and exercise is good for your health overall. And do you feel like right now, working out and in quotes, like losing weight in the fitness industry gets a bad rep because people shouldn't be set out to lose weight? Do you know what I'm trying to say? I don't know if we might be in different kinds of industries.
I know,
but like
I think I know what you're saying, but are you trying to like hold back on what it is actually, or are you like?
No, I'm trying to like word it in the correct way. My brain is like fried right now, but basically how working out is good for your health, and people kind of forget that.
Oh, you're saying like
like your actual physical health.
You're saying like it's not kind of being frowned upon to like always push fitness and health.
Yes, it is frowned upon.
Dude, you have no idea.
Okay, thank you.
No
thank
idea.
you. It is frowned upon. You just said it right. It is frowned upon for me to ever promote working out to lose weight. And I never want to make women feel, because my work, I say women, by the way, because I have 99.9% of people doing women, or the people doing my apps are women. So that's why I say women.
Right.
I don't not, gender specific here. But basically, I never want to make women feel bad like they should lose weight, right? But at the same time, I want them to feel their best self, their most confident self, and also be their healthiest self.
Yeah, I mean, health is number one, right? And then with health comes obviously looking good, confidence, and a whole array of things. But yeah, that's what people forget. Like, there's a higher risk for diabetes, there's a higher risk for heart disease, like a whole fucking list of items. When people just like throw that shit out, they're like, fuck it, forget it. I saw the study the other day. I don't know, like, if this is too touchy to talk about or whatever, but it was these fucking someone thought of this system where if you like apply for it, you get a card that says, don't measure my weight, like a card, like an actual physical card, and you can like hand it to your doctor or physician or whoever the fuck at school or your doctor's office is going to measure your weight and be like, hey, I don't want my weight measured. That is, look, I get it. Like, if you're overweight, you obviously lack some sort of confidence in that case if you have one of those cards, or you just feel uncomfortable, whatever the case is. But like, if people are starting to think of stuff like that to like avoid the problem, that's a fucking huge issue. That's a huge fucking issue. You know what I mean?
I agree with you to some point. I do agree with you to some degree of that. I will say, you don't need to hop on the scale to measure weight at all times. It can go off just like how you feel. I don't even know how much I weigh and mean that.
Yeah.
Also though, that card in another way can be triggering for some people in front of others. Like, if you are worried about it and something that your doctor could be worried about, so maybe just don't want to be triggered that day or that specific time about it, because around some people it could be like really like heartbreaking to hear that weight, or like your weight fluctuates, especially for like women and stuff. And so I feel like, because our hormones change all the time, like we have kids and stuff, and it's like, oh my God, our life changes all the time. So we go through so many different phases of being a female, of like our weight can fluctuate a little bit more than men. And so I think like sometimes maybe women don't want to hear that in front of other people. If they are actually necessarily worried about it for their health reasons, it actually should be kindly talked about. And I think that the doctor needs to be very, very specific to that, to, their patient, because a lot of doctors are very cold about it. I actually had a really cold doctor, and I'd gained 16 pounds during quarantine. And the way she said to me was awful. So basically, I'm still a healthy girl, right? I did gain 16 pounds, but they were probably healthily pounds, whatever. Maybe I overdrank during quarantine as well, and I'm fully aware of it.
Right,
But
right.
she said to me, "Is there a specific reason you gained so much weight?" So I think that card is just trying to not have that triggering moment.
Right.
Because I myself, as a confident girl, didn't like hearing that from the doctor in a really harsh way.
But let me ask you this. Did after that, even though it was harsh, and I'm not agreeing or disagreeing,
I got my ass into fucking shape. I gave up alcohol for a little bit.
Right. So I guess like that's what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? Like,
but that's who I am. So I took it as a positive, right? I took it as like, okay, maybe she is right, but it actually wasn't about the weight. It was more that I reflected. I got that, and I like went home and I was like, damn, and I like thought about it for a little bit, and I reflected of like, you know what? I actually don't feel my best self. And it really wasn't about the weight. It was me being like, oh man, I could feel better than this. I could feel more confident. And that's what switched in me. She did actually prompt that, I will say, because I didn't even know that I gained weight. That's the craziest part. I had no idea. So I will say, yes.
Yeah.
I did switch a little bit after that.
Yeah, and also like talking about weight, a lot of people think that weight is the most important thing. Your body fat percentage is the most important thing, right? Like you can be 170 pounds, 5'8", with 20% body fat, or you can be 12% body fat.
Right, and it's all about your genetics in that way too. I mean, just like you said, you basically could gain muscle fast. You just said that earlier in this interview, you gain muscle fast. Like some people out there don't gain muscle so fast. So it's like genetics play a huge role in like what you can do with your body, what you can achieve. And so we're sitting here also, like I don't want to make anyone feel bad by sitting here and be like, listening to two, in quote, like fit people being like, well, we're also very genetically gifted. And I want to say that. I want to count like our privilege into it as well, being genetically gifted, because I'm not going to lie, I do eat Cheetos. and I eat Cheetos at the same time. So I'm like, I do want to say, like, if you're looking at us, like, no, you'll never, if you're trying to look like us when you're doing your workouts, you'll never win.
Right.
Yeah,
you have to
it's
like...
got bone structure too.
Totally, yeah. You have to look your best self. You know what I mean? Like not what other people look like, but it's just your best self,
Yeah.
You have to play with the cards that you're dealt at the end of the day,
Yeah, and back to what you said, compete with yourself. Like if you are competing, only make sure you're competing with yourself. You're not competing with other people.
Yeah, totally. 100%. Yeah, it's like if you can get motivation from other people, and be like, oh, he looks good because he works hard. I want to work as hard as him, whatever. But at the end of the day, it's like you only have your body and you only have your mindset, and just focus on that. And that's what'll get you to your end goal,
1,000%. Along with your mindset, let's talk about food and nutrition a little bit too, as I just pulled out my Cheetos. I was really hungry. Let's talk about food and nutrition. You just started a company.
Yes.
How do you fuel your body? What do you think what you should eat before a workout, after a workout, and how you use supplements?
So it's interesting. Before I made pre-workout in Zila, I never took a pre-workout ever.
Really?
And the reason is because most pre-workouts contain beta-alanine, which is the substance that like makes your skin crawl, right?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. So I was like, I don't want that.
Makes me feel like I'm on
there's actually no
drugs.
effect. It's only the only effect is physical. It's not, or mental, whatever. The only effect is that you feel it. There's nothing actually that helps you get stronger or makes you have more endurance.
Interesting.
So I took that out and I was like, okay, no more beta-alanine. And since I've started taking it, just sounds like I'm trying to sell my product, but genuinely, it wakes you up. You feel stronger. It has creatine in it, and we have two ingredients called PQQ and Chromax, which is like a fat burning substance. And speaking of fat burning, it's a huge thing in the fitness industry for people to be like, oh, it's like a fad or whatever.
Yeah.
it doesn't work, and no pill that you're gonna take, and like no substance, no supplement is gonna work unless you put in the work to back it, right?
I love
Like,
that. Thank you for saying that. No, for sure. And
you know,
I fully agree with that. How involved were you in the process of making Zila, by the way?
like making the formula.
Yeah, and like, or like, thinking of these things and noticing that other pre-workouts have this ingredient in it. And were you along for the ride or?
Yeah, so I have a partner. His name is Sean, and he's kind of the expert on the back end to like creating formulas, creating recipes. He's like a mad scientist, and
Oh,
he's really cool. And he kind of like guided me through everything when it came to the ingredients with the protein, the
oh
pre-workout,
my God, I
apple
cannot
cider
wait to
vinegar.
try it.
Yeah.
I can't wait to try it, but isn't it sold out for, can they get it right now or is it sold out?
No, it's sold out, but I
No.
know. Last week of April, we'll have it available again.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
this podcast might be out then.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, that's really exciting. Can you walk me through each product? Because there's
Yep.
a lot of different ones. You have pre-workout. You also have protein, right?
Protein is
The
right
protein looks incredible. And then you also have these apple cider vinegar supplements
there.
too.
Yes, capsules. So, okay, let's start with protein. So it's
Oh,
plant.
banana split
So there's
flavored.
banana
Never heard that.
split. Yeah, it's really good. And actually, same thing. I never liked banana because it's kind of like kind of weird, whatever. But
I love banana.
but I tried this and I was like, damn, this is good.
Dang, can I see it?
Yeah. So
This
there's
looks incredible.
banana split. There's chocolate sundae for the protein.
Sunday.
And then so it's plant based, right? So it's pea protein and rice protein.
I only eat plant-based now.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, because I heard that. Do you have a whey protein?
No.
I heard that whey protein is not good for women. I don't know why I forgot, but
Interesting. Well,
I forgot, but I heard it somewhere.
I mean, whey. It depends on obviously the person, but for the most part, whey kind of
This
like
is
makes you
awesome.
bloat. And so that's why we made plant
Okay,
protein.
so you
And
do take the plant protein from Zila before or after your workout?
I take it after. You can take it before, but it's filling. So
Yeah.
I don't like working out on a full stomach. So I take it after, and it's just like much more fulfilling when you take it after because it's really
Yeah.
good, and it tastes like dessert. So I look forward to it after I'm done. I'm like, oh fuck, I can't wait to have it.
100%, especially the banana split flavor too, but like the chocolate flavor too. My favorite thing post-workout, I did it today, is a post-workout protein smoothie. I just
Yep.
feel like it's a part of my habit and ritual.
Totally.
What is your favorite protein smoothie ingredients?
Honestly, I'm so simple. Strawberry, banana, maybe peanut butter, and either banana split or chocolate sundae.
I mean, you just named exactly what I was going to name. I do add a little bit of spinach in there because
Spinach, okay.
spinach, it does change the coloring of it. It makes it look a little bit like a nasty color if you put
Yeah,
spinach
totally.
in. But it's a great way to get your nutrients and you don't taste the spinach. So it's like just like a
Also, I do lemon.
oh, interesting.
Yeah,
Why?
so I this is interesting. I can't back this up because I can't find the study. I've been looking for it for like 2 months now, but I I watched this study. It was basically these scientists went to this island where people lived to like 110, and they did a study as to why these
Yeah.
people are living so long, and they found that the water that they're drinking is so pure that it causes their blood not to clot over time.
Interesting.
And so with water that we have, like whether it's purified or tap water, it has calcium and like sodium.
Right.
So like whenever you boil it, like at the bottom you kind of find like
A little bit of sut.
yes. So that's what gets into your bloodstream. And so to clear that out, I drink a lemon or I eat a lemon for the acidity. The acidity actually will clear out that.
That is such a great tip.
Yeah.
I love that.
And also it's good for your immune
I also
system.
love putting lemon in my water like every single morning.
Yeah.
I just started buying a lot of lemons, not only for decoration, but to put in my water every single morning.
Yeah.
On the same note of detoxing, let's talk about these apple cider vinegar supplements.
Yes.
Tell me about them.
So a couple benefits. Benefit number one, it can curb your appetite. So it stabilizes your blood sugar, which then stabilizes your insulin. So you won't be as crazy hungry if you are on a diet or you're cutting, whatever. It's also good for your gut health.
Amazing. Do you think, okay, so for me,
And it's all natural, obviously.
Oh, nice. So for me, this is kind of like a double part question right here. For me, my cravings a lot of the times come at night, right? Like that 9 p.m. hits and I'm really hungry.
Me too.
Do you think that we should take these at night to help?
You should take 2 in the morning.
Take 2 in the morning?
Yes.
And would that help at night?
It's honestly, it's helped sometimes for me, sometimes it hasn't. I think it depends on the day. But also haven't been consistent with these. But if you are consistent
with them,
I think it'll help.
My boyfriend takes a swig of apple cider vinegar every single day, and I cannot do that because I find it gross. So the capsules are the perfect way to get in your apple cider vinegar.
Yeah. And also, like the liquid can ruin your enamel and burn your throat. So
okay, no one's ever told me that.
This is perfect.
What?
Yeah, because
that's crazy.
It'll disintegrate right in your stomach and. Yeah.
Okay, back to eating at night. We're almost done with this interview, I swear. But I just have one more question. Back to eating at night. Do you believe that you should stop eating at a specific time, or do you think like what is your take on intermittent fasting?
I say 2 hours before bedtime is kind of like what the cutoff is, because if you eat too close to the time that you go to bed, your stomach is now working and churning, and it may be harder to fall asleep and get good quality sleep. So
interesting. Okay, cool. I like that.
Yeah.
I usually cut it off like when so basically I was training for something or trying to like look my best for something last year, and I did like 40 days, and I would every single day for 40 days I would stop eating at 8 p.m. and that's when I saw my biggest difference. So I think like it really does. And obviously, if you need to have dinner at like 9 or of a later time because of your work schedule, that's totally fine. But for me, a huge difference was eating a really, really big breakfast. And then, a medium-sized lunch and dinner.
Are you doing fasted cardio, or do you do fasted?
I don't anymore because I'm really not training for something, but I did, yes. Like when I was trying to look my best, I did fasted cardio. I'd wake up at like 6:30, work out at 7, and then eat a really big breakfast, and then a medium, lighter lunch, dinner.
And that's it?
And snacks, obviously.
Right.
I gave up alcohol for 35 days. I would stop eating. So honestly, nothing that crazy, nothing really that changed, like nothing drastic, basically.
Right.
Just stop eating. If I want dessert, have dessert. That's absolutely totally fine, just not after 8. And then I kind of liked the cutoff too because it was like, well, that's my cutoff. Oops. It's like my curfew. It kind of like helped my mindset a little bit. And then also, getting that fasted cardio in, it actually made me work out every single morning because I was like, oh, I get to have my breakfast afterwards. This is easy. Get it over with. Right when I wake up, I don't think about it because if I went to 11 a.m., I couldn't do it because I need that fuel in me because I get starving. And so basically, it actually helped my mindset when I did that fasted cardio and I stopped at 8 p.m. And those are really the only 2 huge things that I did.
Do you know Mike Rashid?
No.
So Mike Rashid, he's a bodybuilder. He's a businessman and influencer. And he eats once a day. It's
heard about these people.
Fucking mesmerizing. He'll have a shake, right? And then he'll have a dinner. And the dinner's not like a crazy, like, massive
3
meal.
cheeseburgers.
Yeah, no, it's not like
17,
that. It's like a regular meal, maybe 1,000 calories at most, maybe. And I'm talking to him about it, and he's like, dude, you know what? Our bodies adapt. Like, that's all it is. If you do it for so long, your bodies just adapt. Like, that's all it is. We're human. Like, if this is what you're going to give your body's going to adapt to it. Simple as that.
Completely agree. I would say for me, I could not do that. I would say, yes, my body would adapt to it, but I want to do that just for my own enjoyment of life.
Right.
Sure. Actually, the other day, I have like kind of some gut issues right now at the moment. So I was at this doctor who basically told me to fast for 3 days and only do these like detoxifying shakes. And I was like, I'm going to stop you there. I could not do that for even 3 hours if I wanted to. But at the same time, I was telling him why I could do it. I was like, absolutely not. And I was just zoning out like, nope. He was like, your body will adapt to it. You can do that. You can literally fast for 3 days.
I tried what Mike told me to do, and it worked for about 4 days.
Good for you.
And then I was like, fuck, man, I'm so hungry throughout the day. I can't. But it's weird because if you don't eat until 5, 6 p.m. and that's your only meal, and you have like a shake in the morning, you're like so much more focused. I don't even know how to explain it.
Freaking disagree. Everyone in the room right now, if I don't go 2 hours without eating, I'm a terror to work with. Oh my God.
Oh, man.
I'm so hungry right now that I'm like losing energy. Like I need food desperately throughout the day.
That's so interesting. No, my mind is like sharper when I don't eat. It's so weird.
That's what like Matthew McConaughey says too.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Not for me, folks.
Yeah, again, whatever works,
Whatever works. We're going back to the theme. Whatever works for you might not work for us. Whatever works for us might not work for you. It's kind of a great place to end. And where can everyone find you on social media and your new companies and Zila?
My social media, my Instagram is just Ilya Fedi, ILYAFEDDY. And my Zila website is zilafitness.com. We're restocking at the end of April. And actually, I want to start a fitness podcast.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but you already have a podcast right now?
I know, I do, yes.
So it would be 2.
Yeah, it would be. But I want to do it with my friend Alex. He's like super into fitness.
Hell yeah.
With me. But that's probably coming in like May.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
This was just like a soft launch of the podcast. Hell yeah.
Exactly.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And make sure you go check it out. And end of April, his supplement line of apple cider vinegar, pre-workout, and protein powder.
Yes, ma'am.
From zilafitness.com.
Yep. Go check it out.
Bye, guys.
Bye.